Identify what's stopping you, and you can move forward faster. I've actually identified 3 things that keep most agents from reaching their potential, that keep them working too many hours, that keep them from spending as much time with their family as they want, and from making as much money as they want. I've actually identified those 3 very specific things. Hopefully, one of them can help you. So the very first thing I'm going to discuss is something you're probably sick of hearing, but I'm going to share it with you anyway, and that is your belief system. You see, when you come to the real estate business, you are part of an industry that has certain habits and beliefs. Yes, people have habits and beliefs, and so do groups in industries, in cities, and countries. The industry that you're in is the real estate industry, and there are some paradigms, there are some belief systems that you have to shed. You've got to step out of. One of those is you have to work weekends and long hours. I was told that when I came into real estate because that's when the customers and clients are available. They have to work, and when they're not working, that's when we can help them. And I believe that. I believe that for many, many years until I understand how to get sellers calling me so that I could work on my schedule. But that belief system, to a great degree, is what kept me from doing that. And I still see a lot of agents today who will not change that belief system. I tell you, it's such an incredible privilege to watch agents who do make the change, who do see that there are other ways, who do see that they can put their family first, work fewer hours, and still make a great income. But it's based on the fact that they'll believe that they can step out of that. They'll believe that the myths in real estate don't have to tie them down. And that's something that if you have a strong belief in the real estate paradigm of long hours and weekends and evenings, then you have to step outside of that. It's as simple as that. Doesn't sound like a tangible obstacle, but believe it or not, that obstacle is what holds a lot of agents back. The agents who break out of it, I'm telling you, their life is totally different. They're not overwhelmed. They're not working so many hours they don't get to see their family. It's an incredible life when you can earn a lucrative income in real estate and manage your personal life. It's awesome. That belief system is where it starts. The next one is what I call upfront work. Upfront work is what creates the process that's going to allow you the life you want to lead. Do you think Southwest Airlines just popped a plane in the sky and went to town and became one of the most successful airlines ever? Took a lot of effort and sacrifice up front. And that's true with major corporations, small businesses. You probably know some small business owners like I do that it doesn't seem like they work a whole lot nowadays. Well, that's because they've earned it. You know, one story that I remember is my wife and I both worked for the same broker when we were younger. And that broker was the #1 independent broker in town. My wife and I, she was actually in relocation, I was an agent. We were talking amongst some other agents, and one of them started complaining about how much golf the broker was playing. My wife immediately came to his defense and said, you know what? He spent years sacrificing, coming in very early. He built this brokerage. He did so much that you never will even be aware of so that he could take the time to play golf now. And he's earned the time to play golf now because he sacrificed and he put in the upfront work. And I'll never forget that. And that's true with this. If you're willing to put in the upfront work, and believe it or not, it is probably less upfront work than you've ever experienced in order to accomplish something this amazing. But you do have research to do. You do have work to do that's not real exciting. Might even be kind of boring to you. But once you get past that, and you can do the things that are exciting, the marketing, handling calls from sellers who are calling you, that's what makes it all worthwhile. What makes it worthwhile even more is you not working weekends and you never missing anything with your kids or not having to be on the phone when you're with your family or kids. Hope that makes sense. Number 1, your belief system. Number 2, the upfront work. And the third is something that is extremely exciting to me because so many agents, when they see what it entails in the position it puts them in, are just overjoyed about it. And what I'm talking about is expertise. A niche is based on expertise, on being a specialist. And so many agents wonder, well, I'm not a specialist. How can I claim to be a specialist? Well, going down the path of becoming an expert starts with the first step. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But once you take that first step and start down that path, you understand why it's so powerful. Becoming an expert in the eyes of the consumer is the reason they will call you. Sellers calling you is what allows you to manage your business and your personal life. And becoming an expert is what allows you to do that. It's the reason sellers will call you. So don't be concerned about, hey, I'm not an expert. I don't really have an increased level of knowledge about anything over anybody else, because you can. It takes the first step. Any area of real estate that the consumer feels that they need an expert, you can step into, and you can build the expertise that the consumer wants from you. It's an incredible, very powerful psychological effect when you're considered an expert. So number one, your belief system. You don't have to work weekends and long hours. You can put your family first. Number two, the upfront work. It is necessary to put in the upfront work to create a system that allows you freedom and time. And number three, becoming an expert. It does take the education and the knowledge in anything to become an expert at it. And you can do that in an area of real estate so that consumers recognize it and will call you for your help. I hope those three things make sense to you. Those are what I see as the three things that stop agents from reaching their full potential. And any one of those is easily overcome. I've seen so many agents do it, and it's such an honor and a privilege to see agents actually overcome the belief system, be willing to put in that front work, and become an expert, a recognized expert by peers and by clients. I do hope this explanation of those three biggest things that stop agents, one of them was helpful to you. Now, if you want to know how to target, very simple, very straightforward strategy to target an audience to increase your effectiveness in your marketing, take a look at this video about targeting your audience. It's very quick and easy to follow. You can actually put that in place immediately. Hope you enjoy the video, and I hope to see you there.